A seed falls in the night, unseen, unheard, yet carrying within it the silent promise of sunflowers. It dreams of the sun, a distant, golden god, and feels the earth, cool and damp, cradling its fragile hope. Letters from Van Gogh, they are not just ink on paper, but seeds sown in the barren fields of the soul. Each stroke of his brush, a prayer whispered into the wind, a yearning for the infinite light that dwells beyond the cypress trees. He painted the night because the day was too bright, too filled with the clamor of the world, obscuring the whispers of the stars. In the darkness, the soul could breathe, could finally see the swirling dance of galaxies, the hidden currents that connect all things. He sought not perfection, but truth, the raw, untamed beauty that lies beneath the surface, in the gnarled roots of an olive tree, in the weary face of a peasant. To paint a portrait is to capture a fleeting moment, a ghost of a smile, a flicker of recognition in the eyes. But Van Gogh painted more than just faces. He painted the very essence of being, the weight of sorrow, the lightness of joy, the eternal struggle between light and shadow. He painted the silence that hums within us all, the unspoken longing for connection, for understanding, for a place to call home. The sunflowers, they were his children, born from the earth, reaching towards the sun with unwavering faith. They were a testament to the enduring power of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, beauty can still bloom. He saw in them a reflection of himself, a flawed and imperfect creation, yet filled with a burning desire to create, to express, to leave a mark upon the world. He wrote letters not to explain, but to share, to connect, to reach out across the vast expanse of loneliness. Each word a brushstroke, each sentence a canvas, each letter a self-portrait, revealing the depths of his soul, the torment of his mind, the unwavering belief in the power of art. He wrote of color, of light, of the simple beauty of everyday life, as if trying to capture the fleeting moments before they vanished forever. He found beauty in the ordinary, in the cracked earth, in the bent trees, in the faces etched with hardship. He saw the divine in the mundane, the sacred in the profane, the extraordinary in the ordinary. He taught us to see with new eyes, to appreciate the small things, to find joy in the simple act of breathing. The yellow, it was more than just a color. It was a feeling, a sensation, a state of being. It was the warmth of the sun on his skin, the taste of honey on his tongue, the sound of laughter in the air. It was the color of hope, the color of joy, the color of madness. It was the color of Van Gogh. The night sky, a swirling vortex of stars, a vast and unknowable mystery. He saw in it a reflection of his own soul, a turbulent sea of emotions, a constant struggle between darkness and light. He painted the stars not as distant points of light, but as living, breathing entities, each one a universe unto itself. He painted the silence of the cosmos, the infinite expanse of space, the eternal dance of creation. He sought solace in nature, in the fields of wheat, in the olive groves, in the cypress trees that reached towards the heavens. He found comfort in the rhythm of the seasons, in the cycle of life and death, in the enduring power of the earth. He believed that nature held the key to understanding the universe, and that by immersing himself in its beauty, he could find peace within himself. He was a wanderer, a seeker, a pilgrim on a journey towards the light. He stumbled, he fell, he lost his way, but he never gave up hope. He continued to paint, to write, to create, to express the beauty that he saw in the world, even when no one else could see it. He was a beacon of light in the darkness, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. And the sunflowers, oh, the sunflowers, faces turned towards the sun, drinking in its golden light, emblems of unwavering faith. Each petal a brush stroke of hope, each seed a promise of renewal. He saw in them a reflection of his own yearning for warmth, for connection, for a sense of belonging. They were silent companions, steadfast witnesses to his solitude, offering solace in their vibrant presence. He painted them with a feverish intensity, capturing their fleeting beauty, their ephemeral grace. He knew that they would eventually wither and die, but he also knew that their seeds would live on, carrying the promise of new life, new blooms, new beginnings. The wind whispered secrets through the wheat fields, a symphony of rustling stalks and swaying heads. He listened intently, trying to decipher its ancient language, to understand the mysteries it held within its breath. He felt the earth beneath his feet, the solid ground that sustained him, the silent witness to his struggles. He was rooted to this place, this land, this world, even as his spirit longed to soar beyond its confines. He walked among the trees, tracing the patterns of light and shadow on their bark, feeling the rough texture of their branches against his skin. He saw in them a symbol of resilience, of strength, of the enduring power of nature. They had weathered countless storms, endured unimaginable hardships, yet they continued to stand tall, reaching towards the heavens. He longed for connection, for understanding, for someone to see the world as he did, to feel the same emotions that coursed through his veins. He wrote letters to his brother Theo, pouring out his heart, sharing his thoughts, his dreams, his fears. These letters were his lifeline, his connection to the world, his way of making sense of his own existence. He wrote of the beauty that he saw in the everyday, the magic that he found in the mundane, the poetry that he heard in the silence. He wrote of his struggles with mental illness, his battles with despair, his relentless search for meaning. He wrote with honesty, with vulnerability, with a raw and unflinching intensity. He found beauty in the broken, in the imperfect, in the flawed. He saw the cracks in the pavement, the rust on the metal, the wrinkles on the faces of the old. He understood that these imperfections were not blemishes, but rather marks of character, signs of life, testaments to the passage of time. He embraced the imperfections in himself, accepting his own flaws, his own limitations. He knew that he was not perfect, but he also knew that he was capable of great beauty, great love, great compassion. He painted with his heart, with his soul, with every fiber of his being. He poured his emotions onto the canvas, creating images that were both beautiful and disturbing, both serene and turbulent. He used color as a language, expressing emotions that words could not convey. He painted the light, the darkness, the joy, the sorrow, the hope, the despair. He painted the human condition in all its complexity and contradiction. He painted the world as he saw it, a world of beauty and pain, of love and loss, of life and death. He sought refuge in the silence, in the solitude, in the moments when he could escape the noise and chaos of the world. He found peace in the stillness of the night, in the vastness of the sky, in the quiet contemplation of his own soul. He listened to the whispers of his heart, to the murmurs of his conscience, to the stirrings of his spirit. He found answers not in the external world, but within himself. He believed in the power of art to heal, to transform, to inspire. He believed that art could connect people, transcend boundaries, and create a sense of shared humanity. He believed that art could bring beauty into the world, even in the midst of suffering. He believed that art could offer hope, even in the darkest of times. And so he painted on, relentlessly, tirelessly, driven by a burning passion, a deep conviction, an unwavering faith in the power of art to illuminate the world, to heal the soul, to lead us towards the infinite light. He painted the unseen, the unheard, the unfelt. He painted the soul's echo in the wind. He painted the fields heavy with unspoken prayers, the sunflowers reaching for a sky that understood their thirst. He painted the weight of loneliness, the hollow ache of absence, the silent screams that echoed in the empty rooms of his heart. And yet, even in the depths of despair, he found glimpses of light, tiny sparks of hope that refused to be extinguished. He saw beauty in the gnarled branches of an old tree, in the delicate petals of a wilting flower, in the weathered face of a peasant woman. He heard music in the rustling of leaves, in the chirping of crickets, in the soft murmur of the wind. He felt the presence of something greater than himself, something infinite and eternal, something that connected him to all things. He wrote letters, not just to his brother, but to the world, to the future, to the unknown souls who would one day gaze upon his canvases and feel the resonance of his heart. He wrote of his struggles, his doubts, his fears, but also of his dreams, his aspirations, his unwavering belief in the power of love and beauty. He wrote of the importance of seeing the world with new eyes, of finding joy in the simple things, of embracing the darkness as a necessary part of the journey towards the light. He wrote of the infinite light that dwelled within each of us, waiting to be awakened. He walked through the fields, his feet sinking into the soft earth, his eyes scanning the horizon, searching for inspiration, for connection, for meaning. He felt the sun on his face, the wind in his hair, the earth beneath his feet, and he knew that he was a part of something vast and ancient, something that transcended time and space. He was a small, insignificant speck in the grand scheme of things, but he was also a vital part of the whole, a thread in the tapestry of existence. He understood that pain was inevitable, that suffering was a part of life, but he also believed that it was possible to find beauty even in the midst of pain, that it was possible to find hope even in the darkest of times. He believed that art could be a form of redemption, a way to transform suffering into beauty, to create something meaningful out of something broken. He looked at the stars, those distant beacons of light, and he felt a sense of wonder, a sense of awe, a sense of humility. He realized that he knew nothing, that the universe was far greater than he could ever comprehend. But he also realized that he was a part of it, that he was connected to all things, that he was not alone. He closed his eyes, and he saw the infinite light. The light that shone within him, the light that shone within all things. He felt a sense of peace, a sense of serenity, a sense of acceptance. He knew that he was on the right path, that he was fulfilling his purpose, that he was living his life to the fullest. He painted until his hands were numb, until his eyes were weary, until his soul was satisfied. He painted with passion, with conviction, with love. He painted the world as he saw it, a world of beauty and pain, of light and darkness, of hope and despair. He painted the human condition in all its complexity and contradiction. He painted the infinite light that dwelled within us all. And then he was silent. The brush stilled. The colors softened. The canvas breathed a final sigh. The fields, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, whispered his name. The stars, like diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth, kept watch over his restless soul. The letters, carried on the wind, drifted towards the infinite light, carrying with them the echoes of his heart, the whispers of his dreams, the enduring legacy of his art. He had found his peace, not in the world, but within himself, in the quiet contemplation of the soul, in the unwavering belief in the power of beauty to heal, to transform, to illuminate the darkness.